Hey everyone, it's Tyler here. I'm just kind of working on something right now. I really haven't really shared this to anybody. It's kind of a secret to me, but I'm about to unreveal kind of my secrets behind my diet plan and what I have to go through to do the gains and get the body type that I want. So I'm about to show you something pretty cool. Just keep in mind that this is customizable to my lifestyle and my body type right now. So keep in mind that if you do go follow this plan by plan, that you might get different results because you have a different body. So here you go. So my 3 months goal, my starting weight is 179.6 pounds. My goal is to be at 188 pounds. My starting body fat percentage is at 8%. My goal is to be between 3 to 5% body fat. And there's a few ways where you can actually determine what your body fat percentage is. I went to this health and wellness store and they did what's called a pinch test, where they pinch your skin in different parts of your body and they measure with a caliper. And then they use those measurements they got from the caliper into this special calculator, which gives you your body fat percentage. There is more accurate ways of measuring your body fat, but that's what I did, and that's my rough estimate, is about 8% body fat. Now, so if I weigh 188 pounds, and my goal is to weigh 188 pounds, and I currently weigh 179.6 pounds, that means I need to gain 8.4 pounds of muscle in 3 months. Now I took 8.4 pounds divided by 3 months, which is equal to 2.8 pounds per month. Now you divide that by 4 and you get 0.7 pounds per week to gain. So my goal my plan is to gain 0.7 pounds per week. Now that's very attainable because most people can gain about 1 pound per week if they go at it hard. So my goal of 188 pounds is very, very attainable. Now, I just want to kind of share something quick about the different types of body types before we move on. So first you got your ectomorph, which is typically that skinny guy who eats lots, have a very fast metabolism. He eats as much as he wants and doesn't even gain a pound. Now, you got your mesomorph, naturally muscular, always kind of have that athletic physique without even them having to work out. This is your best body type to gain and to lose body fat percentage. You got your endomorph, which is the big boned, larger physique, muscles maybe not as defined. They're more of your shorter, stockier guys in generally. So now kind of determine what kind of body type you are. I'm in between ectomorph and mesomorph. Kind of growing up, I was always that skinny kid who had trouble gains, but at the same time, I was kind of really naturally athletic and kind of had that physique. So now the breakdown. Let's do the breakdown here. So the math here is per 1 gram of protein, it's 4 calories. Same as carbs, 4 calories per 1 gram of carbs. However, fat is at 9 calories per gram. So let's say you eat 3 grams of fat. You just consumed 27 grams of fat. With protein, let's say you have 2 grams of protein, you consume 8 calories. So that's kind of the typical rundown. So now, I kind of broke down my daily intake. So with your daily intake of all the meals you eat throughout the day, 50% of your daily intake needs to be protein. Now they say if you want to keep the muscle mass you have, you should be consuming about 1 gram of protein per body pound. I'm gaining, however, so I want to do about 1.4 grams of protein per body pound, which equals to 251.44 grams of protein per day. Now, if we take the 4 calories per 1 gram, so you get a rough estimate about 1,000 calories daily of protein. So I need to consume about 1,000 calories a day of protein, which is 251.44 grams. Now my fat, so because my protein's at 50%, your fat should be actually the lowest, which is about 20% of your daily intake, which equals to about 400 calories daily. How I got that math was I took 1,000, which is 50%. So 100% would be 2,000 daily of calories. So you divide that by 4, and you get, or you divide that by 20%, you get 100, which means that you need about 400 calories of fat per day. Now, with carbs, you need about 30% of carbs per day, which equals to about 600 calories per day. Now, I kind of broke down because you can't eat calories at one time. You can't eat like all your carbs, your 30% of carbs in one meal. Same with your fat and your protein. So I kind of broke down. So 30% in my daily would be, my breakfast carbs is about 8% calories, or 8% of my daily intake, which is about 160 calories. Now my pre-workout carbs is also at 8%, which is at 160 calories. However, my post-workout should be the greatest, because when it comes to carbohydrates, it gives you long-term energy. So throughout the night, it'll actually help you rebuild your energy and rebuild your muscle back. So my post-workout carbs is at 14%, which is about 280 calories a day. So I kind of follow this guideline so I can reach my 188 pounds of 0.7 pound weekly gain in 3 months. However, if you are gaining versus losing, there's a big difference. Gaining, I'm doing about 1.4 grams of protein. If you're losing, you want to probably about 0.7 to 0.8 grams of protein per body pound, and then just do the math and you'll figure out what the rest is, right? Keep in mind that when you're reading a label, and let's say you're reading a label and that food item says 300 calories total in that food item. Well, if fat is at 14%, keep in mind that it's not 300 calories for those 14 pounds. It's 14% of that 300 calories gives you your fat. So when you're reading a label, you kind of got to do math. If it says 40% fat in that meal and there's 300 calories in a meal, well, you got to take 14% of the 300, and that's how many calories of fat you have in your meal. Last but not least, I just want to share one huge important aspect of living a healthy lifestyle. I kind of have this triangle here. You got your spiritual, your physical, and your emotional balances. You need all three to have a healthy lifestyle. Without your physical, your emotional, and your spiritual won't be the greatest. If without your emotional, your spiritual, and your physical won't be the greatest. However, keep in mind that have spiritual at the top of the triangle, because this is the most important. Because without your spiritual, these two mean nothing. If you don't know who your creator is, it doesn't matter how great of abs you have, it will mean nothing in the end if you don't know who your creator is. Even same with your emotional balance. If you're emotionally stable, but you don't know your creator, well then, what's the point, right? This is your key ingredient. So attain this first, and then these two should follow, which equals a very healthy lifestyle. Anyways, hope you guys kind of love some of the information. I know it was a lot of math, and I kind of wasn't 100% on kind of portraying what I was trying to get at, the point that I was trying to get at. But if you would like to know kind of the calculators that I've used, how I can create one of these for you, I will do it for you. Just let me know kind of some information, and I will actually create a diet plan that is customizable for you. Anyways, love you guys, and have a good night.